what's up, y'all? It's your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
And you're listening to We Talk Weeklies After the Talk with your boy Charles Gregory and the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
And this is
what up,
WPPM
y'all?
LP. What's up, Sizzle? What's good?
Yo, crazy day. It's beautiful outside.
Beautiful
like
outside.
I'm loving this weather. Like if it could be like this all day, every day, all year round, 24/7, 365 days of the year.
I think this
like, I'm
weather's
good with
bipolar, though.
It is.
It's bipolar. Sometimes it's cold. Like this morning, it was super cold.
Yeah, it was cool outside, but I, came out on my lunch break and, I had to leave my coat in the office. It was nice.
Yeah, it was cool. So yeah, so we got a fantastic show for you, ladies and gentlemen, man. Listen, that was Jeff Jones. With Community Voice. I'm telling you, I love his show.
Yes, he has a dynamic show. Yes, he does.
And so we're about to jump into We Talk Weekly After the Talk. But first, let's go into the little Jay-Z and Biggie. Brooklyn's finest, y'all. Holla at you. We be right back after this, yeah. Yeah. What's up, America? This your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful.
Hey, it's Lauren Sizzle, y'all.
And you're listening to We Talk Weeklies After the Talk. And that was a little bit of Brooklyn's finest with Jay-Z and Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace to B.I.G. So what's good, Sizzle? Sizzle, you got some sizzle for me?
Yeah, I got the sizzle.
Okay,
I got the sizzle.
Good? Holla at me, man.
Yes, so congratulations are in order for Kevin Hart and his wife, Aniko. They are expecting their first child together.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's pretty cool. That's cool. So, Hart, he took to Instagram on Mother's Day to make the announcement that next year, Aniko will be celebrating her very first Mother's Day as a new mom.
Oh, that's dope.
So they met back in 2009, and then they married in August 2016 in Santa Barbara. And Hart's ex-wife, Teray, is excited about the news, and she's already offered to babysit. So that's cute.
Yeah,
that's cute. That's cute. It's not often that you're going to get your ex to be like,
Yeah, I mean, you talking about
even happy about the situation, but talking about they're going to babysit. Okay.
Yeah. Well, allegedly, Kevin Hart is taking care of everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Anything. When she breathes, she's taken care of.
Yeah.
So I believe that it shouldn't be no problem.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I mean, she ain't even saying nothing about, she's going to be getting some of that money, but it's all good.
That's what's up. Yeah.
It's all good.
That's love.
So,
I like that.
Yes. So shots fired.
Uh-oh.
Shots fired.
Uh-oh.
So actress Monique has said in the past that she's been blackballed in Hollywood. We heard this before.
Yeah.
Well, during a Mother's Day comedy show at the Apollo Theater, Monique called out Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels. Like, how do you call them out?
How you call Oprah?
How you call them out? You gotta check out this, this little Apollo, her comedy show. She was going in. When I tell you, she was firing some serious shots and not that little gun, like that little pew. No.
She's no doubt. She went World War I.
can't with you. Yes.
She
was firing some serious shots.
No, we in World War III with that one.
Yes. So you have to check out the clip on TMZ website because unfortunately we can't play it because Monique says that the three of them can suck her, if she had one.
Wow.
Very disrespectful.
You know what though? That's like committing career suicide.
And that's what everybody is saying.
That's done.
What everybody is saying.
But
like they're coming out with articles now saying that she just destroyed her career. She destroyed
her career. Because the problem is if the issue was that you can't get a job, now you really not going to get a job.
Can't get a
especially
job.
to the majors who's actually putting most of the content out, right?
Exactly.
So you got the three majors. Lee Daniels, right?
I'm sorry. I'm
and so at this point it's kind of like, you know what, you might as well just produce your own stuff. But the problem with that now is what production company is going to hold her?
Exactly.
Nobody.
Exactly.
Well, we know she ain't gonna be on OWN.
Exactly.
She knows she ain't gonna be on OWN, right?
She ain't gonna be on
Oh no, that's a done deal.
But she might be able to go straight to like Amazon and Netflix.
She might, yeah. I mean, they might support her.
Well, I know she had beef with Lee Daniels, but what happened with her and Oprah and Tyler Perry? I know Tyler Perry and Oprah are tight, but
I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
I don't know about that either.
Yeah, she's trying to say that the two of them started the her being blackballed. They kind of put it out there that she's hard to work with. So that's a label that nobody wants in the entertainment industry. That you're.
But she actually worked on a project with Lee Daniels.
Yeah.
Did she feel the same way?
And the husband did a follow up video from this, and they were sitting there and they were saying, and she's like, look, I just spoke my heart. And like, you know, her mentor Richard Pryor, he got much respect for speaking the truth, and she was like, I just spoke the truth. And then her husband was like, well, on the set of Precious, doesn't nobody know that her and Lee Daniels was sitting there eating crabs and busting it up. Like, she was saying that's not put out there, so she don't know how it even got out there that she's hard to work with.
Interesting. Well, you know, if that is the case, then she has some part in that. She has some response. Like, it's one thing to say, like, it's one thing for you to have your personal views, right? Yeah. But you made a commitment to work in Hollywood. And you already know how Hollywood is. Yeah. So you have to start to question your quote unquote morale, so to speak. Yeah. If you already sold your soul, you can't sell your soul, right, and then want to take it back.
Exactly.
It's too late.
Right. It might be. I don't know.
It might be.
I like Monique, and I like Monique
too.
Her for speaking her heart.
I respect her, but I believe what I don't believe is that was the right.
Might not have been the right way.
But then again, you know what? She is a comedian. She is a comedian.
Wasn't nothing comedic about what she did at the Apollo. She was like, I got blackballed, no whiteballed by some black ninjas. Wow. With no B-A-L-L.
With no balls. You can say balls. Yeah, we talk about jacks, you know, basketballs, footballs. We can say balls.
Right. She came for them real hard.
Wow. You know what? I think the problem is, though, is I don't know. You know what? I just say it like this. I wish her the best.
I do too.
But
I do too.
Monique,
and she's an awesome actress.
She's dope actress. I don't know why she haven't been getting the roles that she deserves, though.
Maybe this is the reason.
Maybe it is because she's very hard to work with. Maybe I'm
one of those people that believe it can't be everybody else, so it must be you. Right. Everybody ain't gonna keep saying the same thing about you over and over again, and it's not true. And in this situation, she can't blame the other man. Like, everybody likes to blame.
Well, what I'll say is allegedly, right? But one thing I will say, though, I will say this. She had the balls to do it, right? And say something that everybody is scared to say. Yeah,
if it is true, absolutely.
They scared to say anything about Oprah Winfrey.
I heard it's tough like
with Tyler Perry.
If people I heard that way
you remember that time where they because remember that show, that cartoon? What's that cartoon? That black cartoon? I forgot the name of it, right? Yeah, and what happened was they did a mockery of Tyler Perry. And I heard, right, that because Tyler Perry's staff was laughing at that cartoon, Boondocks, that's the name of the Boondocks.
I never heard of that.
That all of them got kicked off the show. He got a whole new staff because they was laughing at him.
Wow.
It was crazy. And so, I mean, it goes to say, like, yo, when do you speak up and say, you know what, I'm tired? Like, yo, nobody is untouchable.
Nope, not at this point.
Nicki Minaj and Remy.
Yeah, so we're going to get to that in a minute.
Just saying.
But,
Sheetha.
Comedian Dave Chappelle, he's singing a new tune.
Okay.
So he apologizes and he says that the F-bomb, he messed up when he said to give Trump a chance. So I don't know if y'all remember back in November 2016 when he was hosting Saturday Night Live. Okay. He said, give Donald Trump a chance.
I don't remember that.
Well, now he's taking it back, after he's seeing the reckless decision making and the unpredictability Mr. Trump.
Right.
You know, he's apologizing. So for everybody that he's sorry. He's sorry.
He's sorry
for asking America to give him a chance.
Give him a chance.
Oh, okay.
That was before he seen. It's a lot of people that's seeing what he's doing now, and they sorry. They sorry.
But you know what? My man just walked in. What's up, dog? Good to see you, brother.
Sorry.
And so I actually don't think he deserves a sorry. I mean, look, they gave Nixon a chance. They gave all these people a chance in destroying America.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody say sorry about that. No, but I'm not. Listen, everyone who knows me know that I am no Prezi fan at this point, right?
You're not by yourself.
But I mean, you never know, right? And so my vote didn't go to him. You know what I mean? For the record, I didn't vote for the brother. Well, he's not a brother. He's not.
You ain't vote for the bull?
I ain't vote for the bull. We from Philly. If you listening to this out of town, ladies and gentlemen, if you listening to the TuneIn app, on WPPMLP Philadelphia, right? Had to say that. Gotta get that in, right? WPPMLP Philadelphia, right? And so, if you have, I just didn't vote for. I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want to go too far into that. That's a whole nother rant. You know what I'm saying? But the Prezi. We got our current Prezi. What I will say is what a lot of people said also was that it woke a lot of people up.
Oh yeah, absolutely, exactly.
It woke a lot of people up.
Exactly.
And maybe, just maybe, that was something that was needed to to shake these people up and be like, yo, you better, because it can be worse than this.
It could be worse. It could be a lot worse.
All right.
For all of you Real Housewives of New Jersey fans, I'm sorry to say
Real
I don't tune into that show.
Real Housewives of New Jersey.
I never even heard of that one.
Yeah.
I knew it was out there, but
yeah. Well, they had former star Dina Manzo and her boyfriend David Canton. They were apparently beaten and hit with a baseball bat, which belonged to his son, David's son, during a home invasion. So, the suspects, they broke into their home. So, according to TMZ, the suspects were then zip tied, and the couple was zip tied. And they ransacked their 3-bedroom home, but before making off with an undisclosed amount of cash and jewelry. So after the suspects left, they were able to
zip tie. That's the things the police use for kids instead of handcuffs.
I'm just going to say this, right?
Yeah, but
go ahead, finish your story.
Well, they freed themselves and then they called 911. They took them to the hospital and checked them out.
Listen to this.
Well, they got to the kitchen and cut it off. They cut the zip ties off.
Yo,
so
man.
Needless to say, they shaking up a little bit.
The most. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say this, right? When you are from a disenfranchised demographic population, right? Certain things happen in the hood often.
Yeah.
And it's something that's called real recognized real.
I can't.
It's kind of like that whole thing. You can't BS a BSer, right? Metaphor, right? Listen, that story sounds super fishy. I believe, hold on, Real Housewives, wasn't one of them in tax trouble or something like that?
I think so. If it was the New Jersey one,
I get them mixed up. I don't really watch any of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen.
I'm out of
you talk about made it to the kitchen. How about we just turn around? You untie me.
How about that?
It's a zip tie. You let it go down, and you only had a zip tie on you.
They ain't say nothing about duct tape. They ain't say. Come on, man. Well, maybe they. How about this? I'm gonna give them a little bit. I'm gonna get them the benefit of the doubt and say they were amateur home invasioners. Yeah. So if y'all could see, this is something that all you people out there listening in the listening world, right? Who listen to radio, who listening to all the blogs and listening to, everything that's out there that's, just vocal, right? If you could see my face right now and could understand what the emoji of the side eye is, just picture that right now.
Yes.
I call BS.
Yes. So
I call zip tie.
Zip tie. Yeah. Zip tie. Cut it out, man.
Yeah. So last but not least.
Okay.
So rapper Remy Ma, she is still trying to go out with a bang.
Hold on 1 second.
She's still trying to go out with a bang.
Let me clear my throat.
Yes.
Because these allergies mess with me. My voice don't even sound like my voice right now for some reason. But Remy Ma, I love you. Don't let nobody tell you anything differently. Nicki Minaj, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, she trying to go out with a bang. So apparently she was on the Real, an episode of The Real, and Remy Ma has stated that the beef between her and Nicki Minaj is over.
Okay.
So she said, let's just listen to the clip. I'm not going to say what she said. Let's listen to what she said.
You know, you made some headlines since we last saw you. You know, you can say that. Just a few. You know, you got a few things that you want to say about those headlines?
No. The dust has settled. You know, some people don't get that the dust has settled, but I can understand it's kind of hard to see the dust settling when you're in the grave under the dirt. So, you know, I'm just happy that I'm a new and improved Remy Ma. Remy Martha, I was married now. You know, that old girl, that old Remy Ma, you know, I'd have been beasting still, going extra hard, but...
So you've had growth.
I've grown. You know, I say all the time, I'm petty, but there's a little thin line between petty and pathetic. You have to stop at some point.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know?
That's true. And for you, is it kind of like getting it off your chest and then you're like, I'm good?
Yeah, I'm done after that. Like, I said what I said, and that's it.
I hear that.
Wow.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. It's
I said what I said, and that's it.
That's it. Like, how you come back for that?
Yeah.
How you come back from that? Like, you're in the dust under the grave. Like, how do you come back for that? I mean, for those of you, whoever doesn't know about the beef, you know, Remy came for Nicki. She released the 2 diss tracks. One was called Sheether, and the other one was Another One. In my DJ Khaled voice. And then, you know, the Young Money First Lady, she came back with No Frauds, and then she challenged Remy Ma to a 72-hour comeback time. Like, you got 72 hours to come back to that.
When we waited for you for 3 months?
Retard.
I mean, from the sound of it, Remy sound like she squashed the beef, but I don't know if you know.
Oh, so they
Remy's
saying
just
that
over it.
I don't think there was
Nicki
like a meeting or an agreement of squashing of the beef or whatever. Remy just was like, I said what I said, and that's it. Like, so
that's it.
That's it.
Well, it is what it is, man. It was
hours after
listen,
Remy dropped Sheetha, and we ain't hear from you.
Yeah, exactly. It was a
wrap.
wrap.
Over then.
It was crazy.
I don't care what anyone said. She got demolished in the beef, in the rap beef.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nicki Minaj. Sometimes you just gotta take the L, man. We all take L's.
Yeah.
She just should have just took the L and just was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
But that I don't think Remy Ma should even reply to that. That was kind of lame. That reply.
After so much time went by.
You should have just left it. It's no more. She should have just said, what's the next topic? That was lame. But that was what was that on? What show was that on? The Real?
That was The Real.
That was The Real. Sometime The Real be doing the most too, man.
Shout out to The Real.
Shout out to The Real though, man. I love them ladies, man.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
All right, is that the Sizzle?
That was the Sizzle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Sizzle by Lawrence Sizzle. And you're listening to We Talk Weekly's After the Talk with the beautiful Lauren
Sizzle.
And your boy Charles Gregory. And this is WPPM LP Philadelphia People Powered Media, man. We're going into... Now, everyone on here knows how I feel about my boy Meek Mill, right? From Philly. I love everybody from Philly, man. I don't care how lame, how corny you are, or how dope you. I love everybody from Philly, man.
Yeah.
I'm such a Philly boy, man. So if you from Philly, I'm gonna like you anyway. But it just so happened
we gotta have an episode where we talk about Philly lingo,
Philly,
like stuff just Philly people say because nobody gets it.
Yeah,
I mean, like
say
less.
Say less.
Say less. Like we doing this.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
Say less.
So look, we about to pull the ball up. We about to pull the ball up.
Right fast.
We gonna play this John real quick, right fast. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This is, Liddy, Meek Mill. It's your boy Charles Gregory. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Yo, what up, y'all? That was just Liddy by Meek Mill. And we can go to an interview in a minute. But I have a quick question for y'all. Who got out and voted today? Because...
Crickets.
Because I was number 76. So I'm like, wait a minute. And I arrives at the polling place to vote. And mind you, it is every bit of 5:30, because I got up this morning and I forgot, okay, I got to vote. Some people have to, they might have forgot that it was voting today. We voted on some judges today. We voted on the district attorney. We voted on the city controller. And it's every election is important. Let me just say that. Because you can't complain. If you did not vote, please do not complain.
Absolutely. They just need to cut it out.
Exactly.
They just need to cut it out because I hear a lot of people, first of all, shout out to all of, the candidates that was running. You still have until 8 o'clock to vote. And so, what time is it? You got about 30 minutes. You still can get out there.
7:30 on the dot.
You can get out there. Go ahead and vote, man, because if you don't vote, you can't complain. You can't be the one talking. You got to exercise your right, man. And so, everyone knows, we're going to jump into this interview. Everyone knows, right, when it comes to We Talk Weekly After the Talk, we have a television program that comes on every Monday, award-winning television program that come on every Monday at 9:30 on Comcast Channel 66 and Verizon Fios 2930. And we always do these dynamic interviews. So your boy, Charles Gregory, with the beautiful Madim Touch, had a chance to sit down with this gentleman and talk a little bit about business. And you know how we like to talk or we consider certain things like Black Wall Street, or we endorse it. Because if we don't support our own, who will, right?
Right.
And so that's not to say that we can't support anyone else. We're just saying we need to see more support within the black community, the black market. And so we're going to get in a little bit into this interview, and we're going to talk a little bit about it once we come back. Don't go anywhere, y'all. So take a listen. Thanks for staying tuned in to Talk the Talk, where you can walk the walk. We will definitely talk the talk. And I'm your host, Charles Gregory, with my beautiful co-host.
Hey, the girl Touch here.
She act like she needs a Red Bull or something, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Touch was good.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, you with that little Philly slang to it. You already know. Well, you already know, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite segment of the show, which are the interviews. And we're here with someone with whom I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Why? Because it's always about the community. Mm-hmm. And we love the community because we are for the community's voice. And we're here with Mr. Faruq Robinson, community developer. And we really appreciate this gentleman. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, just want to say thank you for coming to the show. And we talk, and we do a lot for not only community, but we are the community. We say we are the street, so to speak. You know what I mean? So what actually, before we get into your business, so to speak, why are you empowered to do work for the community?
Well, that's a good question. First and foremost, behind my passion is my children. Okay. The way I feel is this. It's not fair for me to tell my children that their quality of life depends on how much money I make. So the passion behind my whole creating this for the community is creating a platform will allow the community to actually become a capital investor. And that in turn will allow us to get together and create our own schooling for our own people.
Understood. Now, when you say capital investor, for those who don't understand what that means, what do you mean by that?
That means power. That means you're the one who writes the checks. You're the one who points to where you want that money to go.
Okay.
Now, since we're talking about money and where that money should go, why should it go to you? So let's talk a little bit about, your business and what you do, and kind of explain why your initiative is really important.
Oh, well, it wouldn't necessarily go to me.
Right.
Again, like I said, this is a platform that allows everybody who's doing what they're doing to be a part of it. So if you work with the youth We're creating a platform where whatever your program is, we have that money for you. So you come with your program, you're not actually going to the government. You're saying, hey, listen, it costs X amount of dollars for this program. We're actually giving you money for the program. We're not asking you X, Y, and Z, oh, you need to give us this in order for the program to work. We're actually going to help you with the money for the program.
So let's take a step back, because I think we talked in depth about this topic, and I think I want to make sure all the viewers understand what we're really talking about here. And some of the younger viewers may not be familiar with the term Black Wall Street, and we talked about that earlier.
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street, okay. And so back in the day, we had our own popping. Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we, I mean, all the money circulated right in our community.
14 times.
14 times over. Every business, everything. I mean, when we talk about everything, I mean, it wasn't no
churches,
Chinese
schools,
store on the corner. Everything
was
us.
Everything was us.
Okay? And we were thriving.
Thriving.
Okay?
They would come from around the world to find out our business model.
Right.
Yes.
And that was, in layman's terms, taken away from us. We lost that. Okay.
They bombed it.
There you go. Come on, keep it real. There you go.
Okay, look.
Talk the talk.
They bombed us. Just like they bombed down in West Philly, they bombed us. Okay.
The move victims, 9/11.
Yes. Absolutely. And so what you're doing right now is motivated, inspired by the Black Wall Street movement.
Yes.
And so we're trying to incorporate that mentality or that type of business model here in Philadelphia.
Right.
Yes.
And how is that going to happen? Because I mean, I'm going to just keep it real. It sounds great, and back then I think it was easier for us to do, but how are we going to achieve that here right now, 2015-16?
It's about changing the paradigm. Majority of people, when you ask them for something, they've been put through a string of events that basically puts them in a place where they don't trust you. So this program is definitely designed to actually use money that you already spent, government funding, grant funding. So what happens is I'll get a building, use grant funding to actually fix the homes in the community. So now I'm actually creating a service for you in the community using money that you already use with your taxes, and now we're going to fix your home.
So you talk about it takes a paradigm. So it has to take a paradigm shift.
Yes.
And you know, I am very optimistic in a lot of us. However, there are some that believes that that we are already programmed, right, to think a certain type of way, right? So how do you then educate those people or shift that paradigm to the naysayers, so to speak, or the people who just feel like we can't do this alone without our counterparts, our white counterparts, so to speak, or people that's within the power structure, right?
Okay, well, like I said, that's why I designed the program to actually give before we ask for it.
Okay.
Because if I gave you $10, you would have a different respect for me.
Okay.
You'd be like, oh, wow, you gave me $10. So with this program, it's actually grant funded. So what'll happen is as we go to the homes, what we're saying to the homeowner is this: we don't want anything from you but you to allow us to train our people to be able to fix homes. So we're actually creating a workforce while we're fixing your home. So what that does is now the morale in the community changes, because now you as a homeowner, you're going to your neighbor like, yo, you see this? Like, my house is getting fixed for nothing. So now the whole paradigm in the community is changing because the morale goes up. Property value goes up. Now we just took the mayor's job because now the community is so happy and they're working together that the crime rate goes down. That's the whole change of the paradigm. So what happens now is we can say, listen, we never even asked you for anything. We fix your home, create a workforce. The service is always in the community. That's the whole point of this service. So now what happens is this. We ask for a small donation. What's a donation? 10 cents a day. Who can't afford 10 cents a day? That's $35 a year. What I'm saying is, in Philadelphia, there's 1.5 million people. If you get 1 million people to say, hey, listen, this program is wonderful, I'll donate $35. That's $35 million a year to a program that created a service first before they even asked for anything.
So let me, all right, so let me just, I want you to just extrapolate more about what is the actual business, though? Like, what is it? Like, to explain to our viewers what this business actually is. Is it just a service you give us and then we do this, or is it an actual model? Like, explain that concept to us.
Oh, the business model is basically taking back our community completely without using state. We're trying to basically create a community that's self-sufficient. By self-sufficient, I mean no longer need government. I might get in trouble for saying that, but we do not need the state to regulate our education. Right. We do not need the state to regulate our health. This capital that we create will allow us to then begin to pay our own doctors, pay our own lawyers. Right. So we're actually going into these tribunals where they're trapping our young brothers.
But see, this is the thing. I get that, and I understand the self-sufficiency piece of it. What I don't understand is, why don't we hold the government accountable? Like, I get us, like, taking care of ourselves, but it's some accountability that they have to take if we vote them in the office. So how do we, keep them, continue to do what we do, but still say, look, we got you in office.
You're going to do something.
Yeah.
No, see, that's the whole paradigm shift. When you create a self-sufficient community, you create political leverage, which means now that you're a part of our program, we've touched the community, which means that seat that senator said he needed to do what we're doing, I can say, hey, Ms. Touch, would you mind going after that seat? I'm going to put my label on you.
Yes, boo-boo, I would.
Now, we've touched the community. We're in the prisons. We're taking our brothers and sisters out. We don't need the government because we are the government.
But when you say that, Madam Touch, why don't you take that seat? That's still a part of government that you putting her in.
That we.
It's our appointed person.
Our appointing. So basically what I'm saying is this. We have the community behind us.
Right.
They trust us. We're the brand.
Yes.
So now I can say, brother Charles.
Yes.
We're going to put our logo on your back. We're going to go after this Senate seat and that Senate seat. Okay. The community is going to vote for us because they trust us.
With that said, this is our like little final piece that we do here, right? So, I love this part, just to let you know, right? So keep it 100, right? So, everybody that you love, everybody that love you, you talk about the kids and all that. I know it's one thing that they don't know about you, right? So, talk the talk. We gotta know one thing that no one else know about you that you've been stuffing all that time, because we always gotta get the exclusive. So, I want you to look dead in that camera and say, you know what? This is the one thing that no one else know about me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know that, you got to make sure that you go straight to
oh, man, you just going to cut it off like that?
Just going to cut it off just like that. Because, listen, you know what? If they want to know more about that, they got to definitely go to our YouTube. We Talk Weekly TV on YouTube, y'all. Make sure y'all go to our page. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell everyone about what's really going on, man. But you know what? I think he made an excellent point when he was talking about just business and us, and black business. And, it's very important to make sure that you support kind of like the local businesses within your community, man. And especially if it's people with, that looks like you and support you. You're supposed to support them. You know what I'm saying? Give them chances.
Exactly. And at the same time, too, these black business owners have to be professional.
Correct.
And you have to be
facts.
Right. Exactly.
Facts,
if you want to stay in business.
True. I mean, I can just give an example of when I was a kid, and there were some of those corner stores that were black owned, and I saw a difference because I would go into those stores and the shelves would be empty.
Man.
They wouldn't have stuff.
Right.
And then you walking down to the next corner where the Asians were.
Right, exactly.
And they shelves was stocked. It just looked different.
Right, exactly.
So we have to be better.
Right.
And do better.
Right, exactly.
At whatever it is that we're doing, especially in business, because we want that support, but we don't put out the right quality.
Right.
Yeah,
and energy and customer service that we should,
and that's important. So we can't get mad at anyone but ourselves. And what I'm not saying, because I want to be really clear right now. If someone is providing you great service and a great product, that's who you go and purchase what you need.
Right.
You just don't go to, say, for example, a black company just because they have it.
Right.
But the service is subpar. The quality of whatever you're buying is horrible. No, not at all.
Right.
What I'm saying is, give people a chance that you haven't purchased something before, because they just might have what you need. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get a little bit into something I can't stand.
Love and relationships.
Boring.
So we have a young lady, and she started dating someone, her boyfriend, and she cheated on him with her ex about 2 weeks into the new relationship. So after the 2 weeks, then this is crazy, but 2 weeks after that, she found out she was pregnant, and she ended up having a miscarriage. So the boyfriend found out that she was cheating. Well, the miscarriage was supposedly by the boyfriend. But, the boyfriend found out she was cheating, but he decided to stay and work things out. So fast forward a year and a half later, they have a baby. And she found out that he cheated on her. So they was always arguing. And then one night, she decided to let him go out. And he's drinking with some friends. And then he comes home at 10 a.m. the next morning, like nothing happened. So she knew something went on, but she didn't have any evidence to prove something went on. So she's saying that now we live together because she doesn't have anywhere to go, and they lie about their status. How that they try to make it seem to family and friends or whatever that they're really kind of cool, but they're not. So she says she's still hurt because he bought condoms and then took them out with him when he went out. He started going out. So he had intentions of cheating on her, but he just wasn't going to leave her. Right. So she never did the same to him, and she's saying, which it hurts because he had actually planned, because condoms evidence, he planned to cheat on her. So she's saying she might be able to, she's trying to forgive him because they got the kids together or whatever, but what does she do? So question number 1, when you first start dating someone, is there a grace period for cheating?
Yeah.
No.
No question.
It shouldn't be a grace period for cheating.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why.
We can cheat for the first 6 months.
Well, Steve Harvey put numbers on things. I mean, Steve
Okay. So let's go there.
All right.
So Steve Harvey says the first 90 days, right?
Oh God, yes.
So that means the first 90 days you can do what you want. You ain't getting it from her.
There you go.
So you might as well keep getting your cookie from wherever you was getting your cookies.
That's my point.
Her pack of cookies ain't open yet.
There you go.
You got to finish that pack of cookies that's already open.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't this create some kind of trust issue?
Nah,
like if I know, how do I know
thing.
you actually stop after the 90 days?
So this is the thing.
How do I know that?
This is my thing, right? My thing is,
like the way
if you're not, I have this thing with, people claiming each other, putting stamps on each other before you even, like your girls even say, Sizzle, put the ring on it.
Yeah,
you can't claim nobody. No, it ain't no but. You can't claim
and
it.
A female mentality is like, once we start going out and all that, you're mine.
Oh gosh. See that?
Yeah, like female like to put the
no.
That's too much.
And not all females.
claim.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, that.
Females like to claim. Like,
see, that's the
They
problem.
want you to be off the market because it makes women feel secure.
Well, if you guys are secure enough, then he'll be putting a ring on it. Yeah, and that's my point. Like, you can't. I think people watch too much TV. They glamorize and have this image of what this knight in shining armor going to sweep this person off their feet, and have this picture perfect idea of what relationship is, right?
And women get those expectations.
Yeah, but and it's some women that their main
Yeah.
objective in life is to have a man and be married.
That's
That's what they.
That's that's their all in all being.
Yeah, and you know what?
Once they get a man and they get married, it's like they accomplished the world.
But my point is this, right? I get that, and I don't have anything against that, but that's you.
I do.
You don't put that on the gentleman that you're with, because you've been thinking about all this time, dreaming, waking up, having a Barbie with next to Ken,
exactly, and they
having them
married. And,
So you have to give a little, space for the maturity and the growth, and that may not happen in 20, 30, 90 days.
Yeah. Okay. So next question: when is enough? Because this scenario is like she cheated on him, he cheated on her, and the back and forth and this and that and the other. When is enough? Like, how much do you put up with before you call it quits? Like,
I don't know. That's a good question.
Especially when it comes to infidelities.
That's tailored to the relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
All the relationships are different.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And people's tolerance levels are different.
Totally agree with that.
It's like once the trust is broken, that's it. Like, it's
Maybe,
some relationship, and it's some men that are cool, like he took her back, and then there's some women that are cool, like, all right, I'll forgive you, and we can try to work it out. But it's some.
I'm gonna say this though, I respect the plan. He bought the condoms because he planned to go cheat. Other than the ones that be like, baby, I don't know what happened. It just happened. Right. I fell into it. You knew you planned it before you left the house.
I
too.
tripped. I fell.
You had this. Y'all both had the same plan.
Yes.
But this one just lied about it. Oh, I don't know.
Right. And then
I was drunk.
Yeah.
Blaming it on alcohol.
So, and then she says, like, we got a family together. You know what I mean? Like they still faking it till they make it. At what point is it like, the family life or your own happiness? Like,
when you got that family life, man, especially if you got kids, man, you bringing it's just too many other pieces that's part of that.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so you
true.
can't just say, I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm gonna leave her alone. Meanwhile, you got a child, and you gotta worry about maybe not ever seeing that child again because you saying I'm gonna leave you alone. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you have some parents, like you see Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon, they co-parent.
That's true.
And
that's the maturity.
Yeah.
When you have the ones that separate and then they want to keep the kids away, that's spiteful stuff. I never agree with that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I mean,
it hurts
personally,
the kid in the long run.
It does.
You know what I mean?
And but I also see a lot of couples that stay together in misery because they have children. And I always feel like, look, and granted, I don't have children, but when I look at those situations, I always feel like staying together for the kids is overrated.
Yeah,
especially if you're miserable. I rather the
kids see that.
They do. They see it. They grow. They come up seeing so much stuff. I'd rather the kid be in two happy households.
Right.
They happy in mama house. They happy in daddy house. They got their own room. They doing their thing. And then versus being in you wanting to keep everybody together. And it's turmoil,
right?
Because the kids see too much.
I will say though, money.
When they get older,
when you got that bread, that changed a lot of things too. So when you think of like a Mariah Carey and a Nick Cannon, they got bread.
They co-parent even without bread.
She do.
No, what I'm saying though, it's easy to say that we're going to share custody, and they got bread, and Mariah is off traveling, and it's her time, and she got a nanny taking care of the kids. It's easy when you got bread. You know what I'm saying? When you don't. Now you got some other issues brought into it, courts, and he not doing. It's just, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I mean, it is. It's never.
That one is hard.
That type of thing is always going to be difficult, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, it depends on what you value. Do you value the family more than your happiness, or and then you have to think of the family and the child in the long run, like. They could be just messed up when they get older. Like they done seen so much that they turn into this miserable person. Then they treating everybody crazy.
Real talk.
And it'll carry over into their relationships when they get older.
When they get older, they get past
y'all arguing all the time. They think it's cool for them to just argue all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
He was yelling at her all the time. I can yell at my girl too.
Right.
Kids
they think
mimic
that's the
what
norm.
they see.
Right. Exactly.
So that's it. That's it. That's all you got for me.
Yeah.
That's all we got for me. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got another song coming up. We got time for another song.
We do. No, we don't.
We do. No, we don't have time.
No, we need
all right.
We need to roll
so
up.
we need to get ready to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of things that's coming up. This is WPPMLP Philadelphia. This is People Power Media, and I want to just give a few shout outs. And the first thing I want to just say is make sure you go out and vote. You have you know what?
Yeah.
It's almost over. I mean, you still got a chance, couple minutes to walk down the street and vote.
6 minutes.
Right.
You got 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes to fit.
6 minutes, Dougie.
I know. And you're yeah, so, you know what I mean? You still need to go out and vote. It's very important, right? And so, I want everybody to make sure that, you know, we're going to wrap this thing up. I want to make sure everyone follow us on Instagram and Twitter at We Talk Weekly. You can follow me at Charles Gregory, at Lauren Sizzle, and definitely at We Talk Weekly, man. Make sure you follow us, make sure you share, make sure you repost everything. Everything that we talk about will definitely be on all of our social media platforms, especially Facebook, because we post everything. And since I'm on Facebook, like and follow us on Facebook on our We Talk Weekly page, right? Visit wetalkweekly.com. That's our website. Subscribe to our We Talk Weekly on the YouTube channel. That's what we need. We need followers. We need more fans, y'all. We need more people to know what we doing over here, man. Lauren Sizzle, the boy Charles Gregory, Madim Touch. You know, we got Summer. We got Summer, the mixologist. We got Kess, our chef, our vegan chef. We even got Sparkle in the building. You know what I'm saying? The co-hosts on the interviews. We got a lot of people that's part of this thing, right?
We got Lady S. Dot holding us down.
Lady S. Dot is holding us down, man.
Keeping us straight.
All day. Straight. So if you're in Philly, catch us every Monday night at 9:30 p.m. on Comcast 66 and Verizon Files 2930. That's We Talk Weekly, y'all. And definitely here every Tuesday. If you already know, if you're listening, every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And you can hear us on, what is it? What's the app that they can find us on?
Tuned in.
WPPMLP Philadelphia. Make sure you download that app at WPPMLP 106.5 LPFM, and tune in every Tuesday 7 o'clock. Like I said, and We Talk Weekly after the talk. This is your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle,
and we got S. Dot in the building, man. We about to tune out, but we got who we got coming up.
We got Gracie coming up with 6 Degrees.
Gracie, come on, Gracie. Why don't you share this? I let Gracie share this mic with me, so we got a good. I'm gonna be honest, because you know we keep it 100. I'm doing this because it's a great transition. Let her talk a little bit, so you know what's coming up. So Gracie, tell us what you got today.
Hey everybody! This week on 6 Degrees, I'm playing some instrumental surf music and surf-inspired music because it's getting warm out here and it's beachy.
That's
going
right.
to the beach
right.
music.
Ooh,
That's
bikini.
What you can listen to at 8.
8 o'clock. There you go. Some more
Coming up at
surf-inspired
8.
music. She has all these wonderful terms, y'all. Surf-inspired. Is that like the what's that song that was that famous song?
Exactly.
That's
Yeah, right back.
surf-inspired.
Yeah, or like the Hawaii Five-0 theme song.
There you go.
Okay.
I love surf-inspired. Now I want to go to the beach, y'all. So we got Gracie coming up. Don't go anywhere. This your boy Charles Gregory, man. And we'll be next week. Make sure y'all come next week. Make sure y'all listen to us, because you know we love you. Something happened, but we got Gracie coming up. Don't even worry about it, y'all. Stay tuned, y'all.